Today I'm going to show you how to buy SPCX stock using Stash. This video is for beginners, so I'm going to move slowly and explain things that experienced investors may already know. I'm not telling you to buy SPCX. I'm not recommending the stock. I'm using SPCX because it's new, heavily searched, and it gives us a real example of learning how the stock buying process works. For this video, I'm using the desktop version of Stash because it's easier to see the full layout, set everything up, and understand where everything is. Once you understand the desktop version, using the mobile app is super simple. Before we go any further, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, and this video is only for education and entertainment. Any stock can go up and any stock can go down. That includes famous companies, exciting companies, and brand new stocks that everyone is talking about. The goal of this video is not to convince you to buy SPCX. The goal is to help a beginner understand what SPX is, what a ticker symbol is, what Stash is showing you, and how the buying process works. And just so you know, this is my real voice. I'm not using an AI voiceover. I want this channel to feel like a real person walking beginners through investing step by step. SPCX is the ticker symbol for SpaceX. The ticker symbol is the short code used to identify a stock in the stock market. For example, Apple uses AAPL, Tesla uses TSLA, NVIDIA uses NVDA, and SpaceX uses SPCX. When you search for a stock inside an investing app, you usually search by the company name or the ticker symbol. So in this case, we're going to search SPCX. SpaceX is the company officially known as Space Exploration Technologies Corp. or Corporation. Most people know SpaceX because of rockets, spacecraft, Starship, Falcon rockets, government launch contracts, and Starlink. Starlink is a satellite internet business connected to SpaceX. That's important for beginners to understand because buying SpaceX does not mean you're only buying Starlink. You're buying shares connected to the larger SpaceX company. A share of stock represents partial ownership in a company. It doesn't mean you control the company, and it doesn't mean you own a rocket. Well, you kind of do in an indirect way if you think about it, but not really. Anyway, it simply means you own a small piece of the business through the stock market. SPCX is getting attention because SpaceX recently became available to public stock market investors. Before a company is publicly traded, regular investors usually can't just open up an app and buy the stock. After a company goes public, people can look it up by its ticker symbol and buy shares through a brokerage app, assuming that stock is available on that platform. There's a lot of people searching for SPCX right now, but popularity doesn't automatically mean that that stock's a good investment. Sometimes a popular stock can keep going up. Sometimes it can fall hard. Sometimes it can move up and down very quickly because everyone is reacting to news, price changes, hype, fear, and expectations. Depending on when you're watching this video, you may have heard people call SPX an IPO. An IPO stands for Initial Public Offering. That simply means a company started selling shares to public investors on the stock market. Before an IPO, a company is private. After the IPO, regular investors can usually buy and sell stock through normal investing platforms. But there is one beginner mistake to understand. The IPO price and the price you see later in your app may not be the same thing. The IPO price is usually the price offered before public trading begins. Regular everyday investors often don't get access to the original IPO price. Once the stock starts trading publicly, the price moves based on buyers and sellers in the market. So for example, if you opened up the Stash app and you saw SPX trading at a different price than the original IPO price, that would be normal. Stash is an investing platform that allows people to buy stocks, ETFs, and other investment products. I'm using Stash in this video because it's the investing app that I personally use, and I think it's an easy one for beginners to understand and navigate. This is definitely not a Stash commercial. You don't have to use Stash. Other apps can also be used to buy stocks. The general process is similar on other investing platforms. You search for the stock, review the information, choose how much money you want to invest, and then review the order and submit it. Before buying anything, you need to make sure your Stash account is set up. That usually means your account is open, your identity has been verified, and you have a funding source connected. A funding source is usually a bank account or cash balance that allows you to move money into the investing account. If your account is brand new, you may not be able to buy immediately until the account setup and funding process is complete. For this video, I'm already inside Stash on desktop, and I'm going to use SPCX for the example. The first thing I'm going to do is look for the search area inside Stash. Depending on the current version of the website, this may look something like search, browse, invest, stocks, or discover. Apps and websites change their layout over time, so don't worry if your screen looks slightly different than mine. The main idea is simple. We're looking for the place we can search for a stock by name or ticker symbol. In this case, I'm going to search SPCX. When the search result comes up, I want to make sure that I'm looking at the correct stock. I'm looking for SPCX, SpaceX, or Space Exploration Technologies Corp. This step matters because tickers can look similar. A beginner should never just click the first thing without reading it. Always check the company name, the ticker symbol, and the basic information on the stock page. In this case, I want SPCX. Now we're on the stock page. A beginner might see a lot of information here and feel overwhelmed, but at first you only need to understand a few basic things. The stock price shows what one full share is currently trading for. The chart shows recent price movement. The company description tells you what the company does. The daily change shows whether the stock is up or down for the day. And depending on the platform, you may also see news, performance, risk information, and other data. Don't let all of that scare you. At the beginning, just learn what each section means. Here's one of the most important beginner concepts. If SPX is trading around a certain price per share, that doesn't always mean you have to buy one full share. Many beginner investing apps, including Stash, allow fractional shares. A fractional share means you can buy a piece of a share instead of buying the whole thing. So if a stock costs more than you want to spend, you may be able to invest a smaller dollar amount. For example, if you're buying a stock trading at $200 per share and you only invested $20, you wouldn't own a full share, you would own a fraction of one share. That's why fractional shares are helpful for beginners, and anyone really. Before clicking buy, the beginner question is not just, can I buy it? The better question is, how much can I afford to risk? That's because stocks are not savings accounts. A savings account is designed to hold cash. A stock is an investment that can rise and fall in value. With a new stock like SPCX, the price can move fast. That doesn't mean it's bad, and it doesn't mean it's good. It just means the risk is real. A beginner doesn't need to rush into a large amount. You can research first, you can watch the stock first, you can start small, you can dollar cost average over time, or you can decide not to buy at all. Dollar cost averaging simply means investing smaller amounts over time instead of putting all your money in at once. Now I'm going to click the buy button. Again, I'm using the Stash app on desktop, so your screen may look slightly different if you're using the mobile app version. And once again, I'm using the Stash app for this particular example, but there's a bunch of them out there. I'll leave links to the Stash app as well as some of the other easier ones to use in the video description below if you want to check it out later. After clicking buy, Stash should ask you how much money you want to invest. This is where you choose the dollar amount. For a beginner, I would rather see someone understand the process with a small amount than blindly put a large amount just because the stock is popular. So in this example, I'm just going to enter a small dollar amount. Before submitting the order, stop and review the screen. This is where beginners need to slow down. Check the ticker symbol. Check the company name. Check the dollar amount. Check whether this is a one-time purchase or a recurring purchase. Check whether there are any fees, account details, or timing notes. And understand that the final price may not be exactly the same price you saw a moment ago. Stock prices move during the trading day, and some platforms process trades during trading windows instead of instantly. That means the price you see on the final executed order can be different from the price you saw when you started. Here's another beginner detail that matters. The stock market is usually open Monday through Friday during regular market hours. If you place an order outside market hours on a weekend or on a market holiday, it may not process right away. Also, Stash is not built as a day trading app. It uses trading windows. That means your order may be queued and processed during a scheduled trading window. For long-term investors, that's usually not a problem, but it's important to understand because the price can change between the moment you place your order and the moment it actually executes. So if you buy SPCX and the final price is slightly different than what you saw earlier, that doesn't automatically mean something went wrong. Once everything looks correct, the final step is to submit the order. Don't rush this part. Beginners should get used to reading the final review screen before clicking the final button. Once you submit the order, Stash will usually give you a confirmation or show that the order has been placed. Depending on timing, it may show as pending, queued, completed, or something similar. The exact wording may change over time, but the idea is the same. The order has been submitted and Stash will process it according to system and trading windows. The purchase will be listed as a pending transaction for a while, but after the purchase goes through, you should be able to find SPCX in your portfolio or holdings. A portfolio is simply a collection of investments you own. If you bought a fractional share, you may see the dollar value and a fractional share amount. For example, instead of owning one full share, you may own something like 0.1 shares, 0.05 shares, or another fractional amount. That's normal. The value may also move up and down as the stock price changes. After buying a stock, the beginner mistake is checking the price every 5 minutes and getting emotional. That's especially easy with a stock like SPCX because it's new, it's popular, and it's likely to move around. Instead, beginners should ask better questions. Do I understand what company I bought? Do I understand why I bought it? Do I understand how much money I risked? Is this one stock too large compared to the rest of my portfolio? Would I still be comfortable if the stock dropped? Those questions matter more than staring at the price all day. Here's one of the biggest lessons in investing. A company can be famous, exciting, innovative, and important, and the stock can still be risky. SpaceX may be a fascinating company, but when you buy SPCX, You're not just buying the history, you're buying the stock at a specific price. The price already includes expectations about the future. If investors expect too much too fast, the stock can fall even if the company itself is doing impressive things. That's why experienced investors often say price matters. A great company at the wrong price can still become a painful investment. And just another point, Starlink is not the same thing as a separate Starlink stock. Starlink is part of SpaceX. So if someone says they want to buy a Starlink stock, what they probably mean right now is they want exposure to SpaceX. Buying SPCX means buying shares connected to the whole SpaceX company, not only Starlink. That includes the company's different business areas, risks, future plans, and financial results. Even though this video is for beginners, experienced investors are going to be watching SPCX for different reasons. They may be watching valuation, revenue growth, profitability, public float, volatility, institution buying, analyst coverage, government contracts, Starlink growth, launch demand, and future financial reports. A beginner doesn't have to understand all that in day one, but it's useful to know that experienced investors are not only asking, is SpaceX cool? They're asking, what is this business worth? What price am I paying? And what could go wrong? That's the mindset beginners should slowly develop. Before buying an individual stock, including SPCX, here's a simple beginner checklist. What does the company do? How does the company make money? Is the stock brand new or does it have a long public history? Is the company profitable? Is the stock price already high compared to the company's current business? How much could I lose and still be okay? Am I buying because I understand it or because everyone's talking about it? That last question is important. A trending stock can be educational if you have some extra money and you just want to see what happens with it, but hype is definitely not a strategy. I use Stash for this video because it's simple and very beginner friendly, but the app is not the main point. The main point is the learning process. Learn the ticker, confirm the company, read the basic information, understand the price, choose an amount, review the order, submit only if you're comfortable with the risk, then know where to find the investment afterward. You can apply the same basic process to many different investing apps. Once again, I'll put links to all those in the video description below in case you want to see what's out there. If you're brand new to investing, don't feel pressured to buy a stock just because it's trending. You can learn without buying. You can watch the stock, you can research the company, you can practice understanding the stock page, you can start with a very small amount, or you can decide that an individual stock is too risky for you right now. All of those are reasonable choices. The most important thing is to understand what you're doing before you put your money into anything. And that's how you buy SPCX stock using Stash. Again, this video is not a recommendation to buy SPCX. It was a beginner walkthrough using SPCX as a real example. If this helped you, I'll be making more beginner-friendly investing videos using real stocks, real investing terms, and simple step-by-step explanations. The goal of this channel is to make investing easier to understand without pretending that anyone can predict the future. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.